to 501, baby. You know how we get down on the Woo Pig podcast. Shout out OD, shout out G Holmes, it's the best. Big sexy. Woo, yeah, woo, yeah, woo, pig, woo, pig, podcast, 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 woo, pig, woo, pig, woo, pig, woo, pig, podcast, football, basketball, whatever you need, podcast, woo, pig, shout out the fans, man, woo, pig, keep the support alive, let's get it, podcast, you know we gon' keep it real every time, every single time, woo, pig, woo, pig, woo, pig, we too cold, baby.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Woo Pig Podcast, where we talking about everything Arkansas Razorback football and basketball every day, all day. And we coming to you from the studios, 3M Electric, the official sponsor of the Woo Pig Podcast, serving Northwest Arkansas. They're your trusted commercial and residential electrical contractor. As a SDVOSB, they're dependable and reliable with no job too big or small when it comes to your electrical needs. Contact 3M Electric at 479-408-9865. Let them know your boys over at the Woo Pig Podcast. Send them. And tell them you want that Bobby P discount, man. And you know who I got in the building.
Yo, you got your boy G Holmes in the building, a.k.a. Big Sexy. Y'all holler for me out there, man. We getting it tonight.
Oh my God.
And as always, we got the bad look. Hey, who the heck? Bobby
Wait a
Petrino?
minute. Is
We
that
got
the black Bobby Petrino?
Oh my God.
I had a little bit of an accident on the way in today, so forgive me. Yeah, I had my laptop in the car, so my camera might be a little blurry. But yeah. You know how a motorcycle got a sidecar? I taped the sidecar with duct tape to my Toyota Camry, and it didn't go too well. I was trying to hide somebody. I want him in the passenger seat. But what's up, man? It's a little Petrino here with y'all today, man. And I'm just ready to get my second chance on this podcast. Life can be second chances, don't y'all ever forget.
Hey man, we got the bad little brother in the building, man. He is definitely the bad little brother today, man. Oh man, we already got a super chat, man. And we got it, and you know what we got to do, man. We got to read the super chat, man. JJK looks like Kiffin snagged Ty Washington. Hey,
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We already knew it was coming, man. We gonna talk about that.
We gonna get into it, man. Yep. Hey, thank you for
man.
supporting the channel, man. We appreciate you.
Bro, we appreciate that.
Well, let me put you on here, JJK, as the font of the official super chat sponsor for right now. We appreciate you, man. Thank you for supporting the channel. And let me jump back over here, man. We got a lot to talk about, bro. We got a lot to talk about today on the pod, man. These Razorbacks, we didn't get a chance to talk about it last night, man, but they won over the Dukies, 80-75, man. They look pretty decent, man. Khalif Battle, he led us to victory with 21 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Hey, he did it. He did his thing, man. What you think about that game yesterday?
Man, it was electric, man. I had the opportunity to go to the game, and I'm gonna tell you something. I've been to a bunch of Razorback games, bar none, and I do mean bar none. This was the loudest I've ever seen Bud Walton Arena, and I've seen it loud. I was at the game where they played Kentucky, which was arguably one of the biggest hypes, where Qualls made the dunk at the last second to win that game. I was there. This was louder than that, bro. So the atmosphere was great. It was a buzz in the air, with the news of Bobby Petrino. Bobby Petrino was in the building. Sam Pittman was in the building. So it was just a good vibe, man. It just reminded me of the old school days back at Barnhill Arena, man, when Nolan Richardson was doing his thing, man, and it's just that electricity that you felt in the building, man. It felt like that, man. Just walking around the stadium, just talking to people, everybody was nice, and it was just a good feeling. So maybe we can build on that, bro. So that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Hey, Petrino, what you think about that game, man? You was there.
And hey, they were screaming my daddy name the whole time. Bobby, Bobby, Bobby. It was a great night for the family, man. It was amazing to see though. All jokes aside, man. I think I could speak for the entire Razorback Nation. That terrible, terrible Friday after Thanksgiving, when we had 2 L's in one day. We had to watch the basketball hogs get beat down, then the football hogs get beat down. So it just feel good to have some hope again, man. I mean, if you think about where we was a week ago and to where we are now, it feel like a completely different school. And I'm happy to be back in some W's. That's all I can say. Woo pig.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely, man. One guy that I noticed that didn't play G is Tremont Mark. What's the status on him? You muted, bro.
Yeah, Trevon Mark, of course, he got hurt in the season tournament earlier, and he was cleared by MRI. He got a good MRI, but he did not practice this week. So they did have, I talked to some sources up on the hill, and they had a spine doctor to come in, take a look at him, and reevaluate him. And it doesn't look like there's anything serious. He's going to have some soreness and some swelling. And of course, they got him in treatment and everything. And so hopefully, maybe a week or so that we might be able to see Mark back on the court. But it doesn't look like it's going to be any kind of season-ending type of injury. So that's great news for us, because we're going to need him once we get into that SEC stretch.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm glad they got a win, man. They needed a win after coming back from the Bahamas, man. They had some brutal losses. I was kind of down on these basketball hogs, but they came out, did their thing, man. They look real good. So, I guess I'm back on the must bus, but it brings up another interesting question though, man.
What's that?
Is this fool's gold, man? Is this Duke win fool's gold? We thought we had something when it came to these Hogs, when we saw them beat Purdue, the number 1 team in the nation. Everybody can sit here and say, "Oh, it was an exhibition." Anybody who's ever played basketball know this was not no expedition. It wasn't no for play. They was playing for real.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious, man. What you think? What you guys think about this game, this win over Duke? Is it fool's gold, or are these boys ready to play some ball?
Deezy? I mean, baby Petrino.
Man. Yeah, Woo pig. But I honestly think it's legit. I'm gonna keep it all the way 1,000 with y'all, man. I mean, when you hear the reports coming out of how Musselman was so disappointed after those losses in the Bahamas, and he went down and watched more film than he said he ever did in his career, that's huge. Must have been a lot of places, must have been on a lot of teams. So for him to feel this passionate and put that much work into fixing it, he said he sat down with each individual player and watched every single play with them on how, and gave individual notes as well on how they did this wrong or that wrong, or how they could have been there. I mean, it's just night and day. If you look at the off-ball movement, the passing, the three-point shooting, I mean, everything in this game looked transformed. It looked like a team that actually knew what their identity was, and they had a legit plan. Like, I actually think that the end score was that's what's fool's gold. Because, I mean, we was pretty dominant. We was up double digits at one point, maybe even 2 points in the game. So, once we got that lead early in that first half, we never really let go of it.
Yeah, but I think those boys weren't prepared for what was going on at Bud Walton last night. But one thing that caught my eyes how bad they handled the press. And if Duke had pressed them the whole entire game, it may have been a whole nother ball game because they looked terrible against the press. And maybe Muss would have figured it out. They still could have pulled it out, but they looked terrible against the press, man.
Because they only pressed them that last 2 minutes of the game too, and I like you said, I don't think that they have. I won't say they don't have the knowledge to break the press, but I just feel like they haven't practiced that enough. And in that environment with that type of pressure, if you haven't practiced the press break plays, knowing the correct spacing for that, and not getting yourself into that coffin corner, and not picking up the dribble at the wrong time and making the right pass, I mean, you're gonna get yourself into some turnovers, and that's what the press is designed to do. So I'm sure Muss will address that, because we did have some ill-advised turnovers right there at the end of the game that really could have cost us in a close game. So I don't feel like it's fool's gold. I just feel like it was a great atmosphere that these guys were playing in, and everybody, that adrenaline, nobody got tired in this game. Everybody was on 10 as far as their activity, how they were, jumping these passing lanes. And I mean, it was just a great, fundamentally sound game. And it was really something great to see.
Yeah, I see Muss. He switched up the lineup. He brought your boy into the game, DZ. Davenport started.
Yep.
And he went 2 for 4, man. He did his thing. He hit a couple of, big time threes that we really needed. And, I was excited to see it. I knew he had the potential, at his last stop, he was a 3-point connoisseur. That's what he did. So, it's about time that he finally came into his own. And again, we had the off-ball movement. The screens was legit now. It wasn't them little fake baby screens. It seemed like we really had a plan offensively. And that's something that's different from this team for me.
Okay.
Now, something to me that really stood out is we only had 2 players that were in double figures, and we win by 5. And it should, we won by 5, but it really was legitimately more than that. But we won by 5. We only had 2 players that were in double figures. We had Brazil that had 19. He had a double-double, actually. He had 19 points and 11 rebounds. But off of the bench, Battle is your number 1 scorer. He's your leading scorer off of the bench. Did you hear what I said? At 21 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, 31 minutes played. He actually played more minutes than 3 of the starters. Think about that. Off the bench.
But that's his role on the team, though, to come off the bench and light it up. You know what I'm saying? That's what Muss got him in there to do. So
that's 6 man of the year type of numbers.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody remembers. I grew up in the era of the Detroit Pistons, and everybody remembers the 6 man. You know who the 6 man was? If you ain't no real basketball, buff, you don't understand that the 6 man for the Detroit Pistons was Vinnie Johnson. They called him the microwave. Instant offense. When I tell you instant offense, the dude would come in and he gonna play defense. That was the key. He was gonna play tough defense, but he was also gonna get you that bucket. If you leave Vinny open, it's a bucket. He was a microwave. And that's what I see that Battle, he's gonna, kind of get that role. Another guy that I really, I'm falling in love with this guy is Blocker. Blocker off of the bench had 9 points and 9 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. But what you don't, but he did have 4 turnovers. He I'm not gonna hold him on that, but he had 4 turnovers. But I'm gonna tell you something about that kid. The stage wasn't too big for him.
Mm-mm.
The dude, the intangibles that Blocker displayed were next level. What y'all feel about that?
I like Blocker. I like him over any other point guard we got. I think he should be starting. No questions asked. I like his game, and he got tremendous upside. I don't know if he's one and done, but hey, I can definitely see him on the next level. I can definitely see him being a all-time Hall great if he just happened to be around here for 2-3 years. I think he got a lot of upside, and I think he got room to grow. I think he'll be a Hall great for sure. But let me read my super chats, man. I got a couple of them in the bank. Mama, we got. I think it's gonna be a up and down. It's gonna be up and down. It's gonna be a roller coaster all year. Devo didn't hardly play, and Blocker played a lot. If Devo played more, we would lose. Well, Devo did get hurt in that game, Box. I don't know. I don't remember how long he was out, but he got hurt and he came back maybe in the second half. But man, Devo, man, that's he's the catalyst, man. He runs the team, man. Devo got to be on the court at all times. That's my opinion. What you guys think about Box's comment?
I say Devo. This is what I say about it. Go ahead, DZ.
You sure? All right, bet. I'm gonna say, I just on the first half of it's gonna be an up and down season. I can see that happening, but I don't think so. I think that Must finally got us in a. I think the Bahamas really woke us up, and every team is gonna need that one little brief stint where it wake you up and it make you realize, like, hold on now, we got a long way to go. We got a lot of stuff to work on, and for Must to make this much improvement that fast, that meant something to me. So I could see us actually getting it together and growing off of this last game that we got. I mean, we didn't even talk about the big elephant in the room. Chandler Lawson had a great game. Lawson probably was the most important player to me. 6 blocks, 8 rebounds. I mean, nobody expected him to really blast off and be the type of player that he was this game. He really doing his thing. So I want to give him his props. And then for Trevon Brazil to finally get going. How many games have we been saying as a fan base, where's Brazil? What is Brazil doing? He was knocking them down. I mean, his 3-point shot was huge. So I don't know, Box. I think we'll be all right. And on Devo, Devo gonna be Devo, man. He the heart and soul of this team, whether we like it or not.
Yeah. Hey, we got another super chat. William Rich is out, always supporting the channel, man. We got how about those Hogs? Man, has it been a complete turnaround since the Missouri game? Hey,
Facts.
It has. The Hog faithful, they happy that Petrino was in the building. We've been clamoring, we've been asking why you fired him, bring him back. Now he back.
He back. Let's talk about something else now.
And we got a lot to talk about when it comes to Mr. Bobby Petrino. Hey, but you got the same super chat. So as always, man, we got to put you up here as a sponsor. We appreciate you supporting the channel.
No
we
problem.
Go ahead and read this next one here. Fishman says, if they had pressed the whole game, in my opinion, they'd burn out. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably 100% right on that. They probably would. But could they have done it in spurts and caused us a little bit more problem? Yeah, absolutely 100% they would have. We got to get that point guard situation together. And honestly, I think Devo handles the ball and pressure better than anyone, which is why I must put him back in the game in the end.
That's experience.
Yeah. Hey, Fishman, thank you for supporting the channel, man. We appreciate that. Mama, hey, he taking back his spot. The ball stops when it's in Devo's hands. That's messed up. That messed up the offense. It don't stop in Blocker's hands. Plus, we was playing at home. We beat Purdue at home, but lost 3 after that. Hey, Box, you we agreed on this defense. I mean, on this basketball. We suspect of what's going on with these guys, man. So absolutely 100%. They got a lot of things to work out, and I think Musk's gonna get him right. What you think, G?
I think I think Musselman in Must We Trust, because I can remember last year us having the same conversations a few games in. We was like, man, what this cat doing, man? What he doing, man? This dude's, I mean, come on now, blah blah blah. But guess what happens when SEC play came along? Hey, man, the dudes start gelling, but also, you know, Muss narrow down. We all know that Muss is a 7-8 rotation guy. We all know that, right? But he's finding that rotation right now. This is where he's getting his rotations together to be able to run that, carry us deep into the tournament, get us through this SEC play that's going to start here in about a month. And that's something that, all these games right here, although Duke was a big game, you know what? Okay, we beat the number 7 team in the country. That's awesome. No one gives a dang about where you are on the poll right now. It doesn't matter in November. It don't matter. It don't really matter in December. You know what? Guess what? Whenever everybody gets into these conference plays, let's see where you are then. And when it comes to March. And so that's why I'm gonna ride with Musselman, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely %. Let's see here, man. We got something to add to that, DZ?
Huh?
Go ahead and add what you was about to say.
Yeah, I was just saying, Musselman ain't never gave us a reason to doubt him, man. I like the trajectory of his team. I feel like it's still so much untapped potential. We see so many little bits and flashes of it, and I think it's finally time for these boys to blast off. I think we're going to look a lot better from here on out. I'm actually thankful that we had so much good competition early this year. I think, as fans, we so hot and cold. We like, no, we losing again. No, we losing again. But we lost to some really good teams outside of who was that? Greensboro. Outside of them, the rest of these teams, I feel like they really showed us something. And even losing to a little team like that, it puts some heat under you. And all them boys that came to the Razorbacks to, whether it's to get draft stock or just to get one last swing at it, I think everybody got a new energy. And I think whatever Muss did with watching this film and doing them breakdowns, it turned us around. So I think we'll be all right.
Yeah. Boss Hog in the building with a super chat. Man, thank you for supporting the channel.
What up, Boss Hog?
Devo is terrible. Terrible ball handler. Blocker is a true point guard.
Man.
Yeah. I mean, but when it's all said and done, man, I'm gonna trust Devo, man. I'm gonna trust Devo to make the right decision when we need a bucket. That's all I'm saying. Devo proven to me. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I rock with Devo, even though he takes some bonehead shots at some point in time. When the Hogs down, when the Hogs need a bucket, Devo gonna make the right play. So yeah. I'm gonna rock with Devo. That's my dog. Y'all can hate me for it, but Devo, that's my dog.
Yeah. I mean, Devo, everybody has a love-hate relationship with Devo. That's just what it is.
Yep. Facts. And Box gonna shoot. He gonna shoot. He Box is Devo is KJ on the basketball team. We had a real point guard last year. Black ran the team. He did 100%. I don't think I appreciated how good Anthony Black was. So I agree with you 100%. We got another super chat. Hey, Unbiased. Hey, man, thank you for supporting the channel, man. He says, Boss Hog and Box, stop the Devo slander. Hey, you heard what he said. You heard what Unbiased said. Stop the Devo slander, man. Man, we gonna move this on a little bit. We gonna talk about some hog news, man. First on the docket, man. This was a crazy story that I heard. I don't know how true it is, but I had to put this up here. I heard Malik Chavis, whatever his name is, was denied his COVID year. They told him to go find a job. That's word on the street. Career stats, he got 40 tackles, 19 solo, 1 tackle for loss, and 1 sack. Hey, I don't know about y'all, but in 4 years, if that's all you gave me,
super trash.
That's all.
Gotta go.
You got
Believe it.
and what he's known for the most is that miss interception when he I don't think it even was a missed interception. I think he was just in the wrong place. He didn't do what he was supposed to do. I'm like, what you doing, bro? And then you got the nerve to wear number 4. Hey, Quinn Grover rolling around in his grave right now. He rolling around in his grave right now.
Hey, take that number 4 off of your chest, man. You disrespecting the number 4, man. Get out. Quinn Grover rolling around in his grave. That's funny. Hey, man, let me tell y'all something. Man, we've had over 100 people in the room, man, and we only got 47 likes. Do us a favor. Man, we appreciate everything everybody does for us, all the super chats and everything. But, man, do us an even bigger favor and hit the like button. We would greatly appreciate it, man, and you don't know how much just doing something so simple as hitting the like button helps your boys out. So thank you guys for watching us and putting up with us, our foolishness. But hit the like button for us, man. We appreciate you.
Hey, man, absolutely 100%. And if you ain't hit the like button, you
super trash.
That's what I said. Hey, Boss Hog says Battle is that bucket getter. Hey, man,
that's fact.
You ain't gonna get no nothing out of me, man. I like Battle. I like him. I like him a lot. I rock with Battle.
Bro, and another thing though, Boss Hog, dig this. Whenever Tremont whatever Marks comes back, think about the lineup that we can put together, man. That's a great lineup. If you got, I mean, and I would even throw Devo in that lineup with Battle and Marks, because one of those guys, I think Battle, he may be able to guard a 3. How tall is Marks? Is he 6'2" or 6'3"?
6'5". He's 6'5", 6'6". Okay.
So he can actually guard the 3 position. You know what I'm saying? So if you can guard the 3 position, man, that's gonna be big, man, because Devo can guard 3 positions. You know what I'm saying? And actually, Devo may be able to guard 4 positions, man, because they had him in that Purdue game guarding. They had him guarding the 5.
Yeah,
you remember that?
Yeah,
Devo got switched off on the 5 and made a great play. So, you know, Devo is. I mean, I know a lot of people say, you know, they don't like Devo, his turnovers, but Devo can really guard off. I would say up to 4 positions. And I think that's going to be big this year.
Yeah, I agree 100%, man. Moving on in more hog news. DZ.
Don't. Yeah, man. So y'all know what it is. It's that time of the year, a.k.a. portal season. Hey, it's scary out here. It's either going to be scary or it's going to be some great news for your team. Either you getting in somebody good or somebody great is going out. Man, when I heard Jordan Crook was in the portal, I was like, no way. No way. Then I had to stop and think. I'm like, you know, losing young core linebackers, man, is never a good sign for your team. I'm going to just keep it 1,000. I wish you would have waited until we got the Bobby news. Maybe that probably, I don't even know if that would have helped him. He on the defense. But this is a young guy that we saw a lot of potential in, man. And he's not even the only linebacker that hit the portal on us. But, yeah, Jordan Crook really surprised me, man. That one really hurt me in my soul because I really keep up with this roster, man. He was gonna be a good piece for the future. Oh, Ty Washington. So, man, I don't know if y'all heard this, but the reports are tight end Ty Washington, who was our second string behind Luke Haas. They said he came and got recruited by Lincoln Riley and USC. Lincoln Riley. Oh, that hurt. That hurt, man.
Somebody in the chat said he went to Ole Miss.
Ole Miss?
Yeah. Let me
I
look
say
at that super chat.
Yeah,
It was
so
the
this
very
one
first one. This one right here. Looks like Kiffin snagged Ty Washington. I don't know.
Kiffin?
Yeah.
That's
I don't know.
That's even worse.
Going to Ole Miss?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. On Twitter, they said he was going to a young and up and coming coach. Maybe they meant Kiffin. I thought it was USC. Hey, that's even worse. That's right next door.
That's next door, man.
And man, we all saw the potential on Ty Washington. Do you know what Bobby Petrino would have did with you, man? That hurt. That hurt, but I get it.
But dig this though, DZ. This is what I say, and I'm gonna stand on it. I don't care what nobody say about it or anything. Yes, Bobby Petrino is going to be a great offensive mind, but you know what the catalyst is to a great Bobby Petrino offense? Is a great quarterback. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a guy that can make all the throws. You can't be lacking. If you think about the quarterbacks that he had, you think about the quarterback that we all, the reason why we love Bobby Petrino. Who was his quarterback, OD?
Who was Bobby Petrino quarterback?
Yeah.
Ryan
Mallett. Now, can anybody in this chat or in this group right now say that KJ is a better quarterback than Ryan Mallett? I'll wait.
Not by any stretch of the imagination.
We gonna get into that though.
Not even close. Not even close. Is he a more physical guy? Oh, absolutely. But how many guys in the NFL are more physical than Tom Brady? A bunch of them. He got how many? 5 rings?
Yeah.
He didn't get them by running over people. He got them by dropping dimes on them, putting it in a bucket. You know what I'm saying? Dropping them in a bucket, throwing them through a barn door window. That's how he got it.
You're not lying, but I got 2 quick caveats to what you said real quick, because I know we got to get into this tight end that we got to replace Ty Washington. But I'm going to say this. G, you the guy that told me. When it you or was it OD that was like, well, Petrino also made Casey Dick that man. And Casey Dick win World Eater, but at the same
facts.
second piece of this, he also had Lamar Jackson. And I think that's the one thing that kind of give me some hope when it comes to Bobby P. Bobby P done had Ryan Mallett on this hand and Lamar Jackson on the other hand, 2 completely opposite guys. So you never know. He could turn dust into diamonds.
I don't know. Yeah. That's what I'm saying though. The point I was making is you gotta be a Bobby Petrino kind of quarterback. And
but what is that though, G? He's taking 2 quarterbacks on 2 different sides of the spectrum.
Okay. No.
Lamar Jackson was a runner.
Wait a minute.
Ryan Mallett wasn't a runner.
Wait just a doggone minute. They could make the throws. You ain't listening to me.
That was the knock on Lamar when he came out of college, that he wasn't accurate. That was the knock. Am I lying?
Bruh. What I'm telling you is you gotta be able to make the throws. If you're not super athletic, would you not say that Lamar Jackson was just an athletic freak? He was. He learned how to be more accurate. Casey Dick, that dude right now, I mean, he wouldn't outrun a tortoise. You know that. But he could make the throws, right? Mm-hmm. So he had one of the 2. Ryan Mallett, he wasn't going to outrun you. but he was gonna stand in that pocket and he was gonna drop it in a bucket. There you go.
Hey, I'm gonna read my super chat from Mama. There goes that man box. We just got a tight end recruit, and Brad Spence is better than Jordan Crook. Hey, we didn't see Brad Spence at all this year. I mean, if we did, you didn't see him very much. I was looking forward to seeing him because on paper he looks great, but we didn't see him. So, hey, we'll see. Boss Hog hit us up with another super chat, man. Thank you for supporting the channel, both of you guys. He says KJ isn't that quarterback. KJ needs to go. KJ isn't better than Lamar Jackson. Nothing. I won't argue with that at all.
Boss Hog shooting shots. Hey man, DJ, tell us about that recruit that we got, man, to replace Ty Washington.
Yeah, man. So we just got a pretty nice size one at that, man. We got Greg Genros or Genros. I haven't got the pronunciation yet. 6'6", 230. Woo! Hey, you got to be able to make that work, man. He spent a couple of seasons at Dodge City Community College in Kansas, but he's originally from the Bronx, New York. So, hey, man, I went to school with a New York kid. He was real feisty, so hopefully he got some of that New York spice in him, and he bring it down here to the Hogs and he do his thing. I mean, his stats won't just blow you off the water. He in 2 years, 15 receptions, 172 yards. Just not amazing numbers, but hey, maybe once he get into the SEC weight room program and we put a little bit more weight on him, because 230 at 6'6" ain't just amazing. You know what I'm saying? KJ was 6'3", 250. So, I think we'll put a little weight on him, put a little muscle on him. And, hey, we got Luke Hyde still. So we don't need him to be that starting type. We just need him to be a solid number 2. And that's all we need from him. But, yeah, Greg General.
And dig this, though, too. Something else I was going to say about the tight ends. So is Bobby Petrino's offense a tight end offense? I was talking to some of my guys up on the hill, and they was like, man, Bobby Petrino, name me a tight end that really done got off in his offense. Well, on the hill, y'all remember DJ Williams? DJ Williams had a stellar career, and why he was never drafted or anything like that, I don't know. But DJ Williams, 8. You hear me? He was also a great blocker. So I think having a stout a tight end room is going to be great for Bobby Petrino, and I'm interested to see what's going on. But another thing that I was going to bring out about this tight end situation is we got this guy awfully quick. So this is a guy that Bobby Petrino been eyeing since he's been at while he was at A&M too. You can't tell me that all of a sudden you come to Arkansas and tomorrow, your first day on the job, you got to recruit. And that means he's been eyeing this guy. So we all know what kind of player Bobby Petrino likes. So I'm gonna ride with the guy. You know what I mean? So Bobby Petrino been watching him, or his staff, or whoever Petrino has on his scout team has been watching this guy, and they just flipped him to Arkansas. So let's go.
Mm-hmm. Also, Chris Gregg was somebody else that we had.
Yep, he was another good tight end.
Hey, and somebody also said Jeremy Sprinkle. I know Jeremy Sprinkle played in the Bielema era, but I think he might have actually been a Petrino recruit. So I give y'all a Sprinkle.
Yeah, I give him a Sprinkle. So yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So that Petrino, 12 personnel gonna be something good.
Hey, Box said Bobby Petrino got Chris Gregg drafted. Hey, that is facts. I don't think I remember about Chris Gregg if he had super long arms. That boy used to catch everything off his shoelaces.
Everything. That dude was amazing.
All right, man. Moving on, man. We got somebody who said they entered John Morgan. I misspelled his name. John Morgan III declares for the NFL draft. Career stats: 89 tackles, 27 for loss, 16 sacks, forced fumbles. So, hey, he had a great career before coming to the Hogs. So I'm glad that he's doing his thing, moving on to bigger and better pastures. But do you guys think he's gonna have a good career on the next level? You think he's gonna get drafted?
I don't even care. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Come on, bro.
I don't. You asked me. You asked me a question. Hey man, it's all about Razorbacks. I don't care what he do. Bye.
DZ, can I get some professionalism here?
You asked me how I feel. I told you. I don't care, man. Man, I appreciate what you did. Get on down.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it real. It kind of surprised me. I mean, that lets me know that he's just one of those guys that truly love the game of football. Because in my honest opinion, I don't see him getting drafted in no way, shape, or form. Now he could possibly, get signed as an undrafted free agent, but I truly don't see it. I mean, do y'all remember him this season outside of having that scary injury? I really don't. I mean, he had a couple of plays towards the end of the season, but
that's what I'm saying. Wasn't nobody hollering his name. He wasn't on ESPN talking about the plays that he made. He wasn't there. Yeah, you had some tackles, but it was just you and that other guy, man. You had to make the tackle.
So let me ask y'all this. Name me two defensive tackles from other schools. Exactly. Y'all can't name me two because nobody talks about the defensive tackles in college. Only real scouts know real defensive tackles. And this guy was in the scrub. We was high on this dude when he came to Arkansas. So now he didn't really do nothing here. Nobody did nothing here last year. I mean, he made some flash plays against A&M until he got hurt. So I think he didn't get his just due because we didn't see him play for 4 years. We only saw him for a few games.
That's fact.
But,
that could be true.
So yeah.
Hey,
so that's
man,
my take.
I'm gonna say
that's
this.
my take on that.
Y'all, I be watching these boys, man. I bet you a 12-pack of cranberry Sprite that he don't get drafted nowhere near the draft.
He probably won't. He probably won't. But we gotta talk about this, man. Is KJ staying or going? Not if y'all want him to go. Is he staying or is he going?
Yo. Okay, first of all, let me just give another shout out to our sponsor, 3M Electric. Before we get into KJ, I want to talk about it. I want to let that KJ stuff sizzle in your spirit, so when you say this, you mean it. So we want to give a shout out to 3M Electric, man. They are our official sponsor, and they are a electrical contractor that serves Northwest Arkansas. And let me tell you something. They are a SDVOSB, and a lot of you guys probably really don't know what that means. Let me tell you what that means. That is a service disabled veteran owned small business. Hey man, these guys are dependable and reliable. No job is too big or too small. And I'm gonna tell you something. They don't just serve Northwest Arkansas, man. They go into Oklahoma and different states, man. They getting on out there. So give them a call, man. For all of your electrical needs, they will travel, man. If you got some money and you got the right opportunities for them, holler at them. Their number is 479-408-9865. I'm going to say that one more time. 479-408-9865. And please use the promo code the WooPig Podcast. They got a special discount waiting on you guys. So y'all hit them up, man. Thank you, 3M Electric. Now let's get into these. Let's get into KJ, man. What you say, little brother?
All right. So for anybody in the fan base that hasn't heard the rumors, it's been one rumor that I've been hearing, but I disagree with it, and I'm gonna tell you why. So the word on the street is our boy KJ is supposed to be going to South Carolina to reconnect with Daryl Loggins and Trey Knox. Spencer Rattler, that big QB, he's declared for the NFL draft. So there is a vacancy in that QB room over there. But I just don't believe it. KJ even came out and said on his Instagram, I ain't made my decision yet. So, is he going there? I don't know. But it's another thing that nobody is talking about. Kendall Browse is supposedly following Levy to Mississippi State. Now, don't it make more sense for KJ, a Mississippi kid, to go to Mississippi State with Kendall Browse, the one man who gave him some success? Or do y'all think it's more likely that he is South Carolina? Or is he staying here and he's gonna give it a crack with Petrino? Let me know what y'all think.
Hey man, that's a good take, man.
That's a good take. I'm gonna tell you, this is what I'm gonna say. If a guy's saying right now he ain't made his decision yet, what is he covering for? What is he trying to do? Is he shopping? What is he doing? You know what I'm saying? If you haven't made your decision yet at the end of the season, that man, you're gonna come back to this school and do whatever it is you're gonna do. That in itself says something. If he hadn't made a decision, that means there is a decision to be made. Think about it. So he flirting. That means he trying to see what it do out here. You feel me?
As he should.
Hey, he trying. He's gonna make Corvette.
But we're talking about a college athlete that's has that type of I wouldn't even call it power, but just opportunity to say what he gonna do and what he ain't gonna do. KJ, yeah, he set a lot of records here, man. I've really enjoyed watching him over the years, but he ain't made his decision yet. Come on, man. What does that say to you? Think about it. I mean, you know me, man. I'm different, man. I pay attention to what the man say, not what he do. You know what I'm saying? First, what he talking about, man? Yeah,
well,
exactly.
I mean,
I think I'm gonna say this.
I think it all depends on.
You think on what? I can't hardly hear you, DZ, man. You keep cutting out, man. Why your mic so far away?
I don't know. I think he need to work.
Yeah.
We got to work on his settings or something, because every time you talking and he talking, it cuts him off. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on that.
We're gonna fire.
Can't fire me. I don't set that stuff up. I'm gonna read these super chats though. Boss Hog says Cameron. Hey, he's a straight shot at you, DZ. He says Cameron Curl wasn't that good in college, but got drafted in the 7th round and made the NFL rookie team. Hey, facts. So John Morgan may get drafted in the 7th round and come out to be that man. Box says time for Deke Adams to go. He don't make anyone better.
Woo. Hey, Box shooting shots too. Yo,
Boss Hogs, he got another one. KJ can kick rocks. He isn't getting any more money.
Hey, man.
Oh, you got another one, bro. I don't think KJ has a choice because Bobby Petrino don't want him. Period. Listen to his comments. It says a lot.
Hey, man, it's time to open up the hall again, bro.
It ain't time yet, bro. It ain't time. Because I got to go over this right here. I'm gonna say this. Even if KJ wanted to come back, if KJ just came to the Woo Pig podcast and started reading the comments and listening to our show, he'd be like, man, I ain't finna come back here. I'm about to go to a competitor and I'm coming back and I'm gonna bust their head in Fayetteville next year. If it was me, that's what I'm doing. Y'all want to sit around here and run your liquors about me? Okay, all right. You sure right, like Denzel. Okay, all right. And I'm coming back and I'm gonna bust your head to the white meat. That's what I would do. I'm leaving. But on the other hand, I would be like, you know what? I'm gonna stay. Any quarterback you come in that you bring, they got to beat me out for the job. And if they beat me out, cool. I'm gonna ride the bench. I'm gonna leave the University of Arkansas as a 5-year player, and I'm gonna be an all-time great out here on the hill, man. I rep these Hogs. So you got 2 ways to go, bro. 2 ways to go.
Here's another little caveat. I'll tell y'all something about the University of Arkansas. So the University of Arkansas or the state of Arkansas doesn't have a professional team that they get behind. You know who they get behind? the Arkansas Razorbacks. So any player that keeps his nose clean, which KJ is pretty much, we ain't heard no scandals about KJ in all the years he's been here. We may not like his play on the field, but we ain't heard no off the field type real trouble with him. Any player that, keeps his nose clean can always, he will never be without a job in a real society. If football don't work for him, guess what? There's enough companies that are here that paperwork he got is going to afford him a great living. He will always be able to come back to this university and get a job, get opportunities, and set his life up. So if you leave, if this year, think about this, if this year you decide to go to Mississippi State, all of those lifelines will be cut. They don't care what your name is in a record book. You mean to tell me we done gave you all this NIL money? We done did all this, that, and the other thing for you and your family, and now you gonna go to Mississippi? That busted school, that busted town, that busted state, and you gonna go to Mississippi? You know what? Don't you ever come up here on the hill no more. And I promise you, that's what they will say.
Hey, man.
Help me. Help me.
What is he supposed to do, man? Y'all don't want me no more. So what am I supposed to do? But we ain't gonna hold that conversation up. Hey, let us know. Everybody in the comment, they ready for him to go. But my last topic, man, and then we gonna open it up to the hog pen, man. Is Petrino the real head coach of the Arkansas Razorbacks? Is Sam Pittman at this point, is he just a talking head for the Arkansas Razorback? But Petrino really is the head coach. Let me know what y'all think, man. You muted, G.
I said, I'm going to let you take that one, baby, Petrino, first.
Yeah, first of all, my daddy, that's a real one, man. If we want to win, we know who the head coach need to be. But, Greg, and I know you can help me out with this. If you listen to that press conference today, I think we got a whole new Petrino on our hands. He said a couple of things that I was like, wait, this is not the same guy that used to talk bad to everybody. Man, I was listening to DJ Williams earlier talk about how it was working for, not working, but playing under Petrino. He said Petrino was the type of coach to where if you was walking down the hall and you was on the other side of that hall, you probably was going to turn around because you didn't want them problems. And for me to hear that, I'm like, okay. And then when I watched that press conference and I see this guy like, hey, yeah, I don't want to make the head coach mad. Hopefully he won't be chewing me out. So, it's my job as the assistant to keep him happy. I'm like, I think Petrino has turned a new leaf. I think he's changed. And I hope it's for the better. Because I think, if anything, we need that hard-nosed Petrino to come back. So let me know what you feel, G.
So, okay. Now, hey, man, I'm going to tell you this. So first, when I listened to the press conference that we're talking about, they asked the question to Sam Pittman, the press conference today when they introduced Bobby Petrino. First off, it was Sam Pittman, and someone asked the question, "Hey, Sam, in the past, having coaches, offensive line coach or offensive coordinators like Barry Lunny, it's enabled you to be able to use some of their experience, and with calling timeouts and game situations and things like that. Will you be using Bobby Petrino in the same fashion, being that he has been a successful head coach?" Simple answer, he said yes. And then he actually said, just like I did with Barry Odom. So the answer to OD's question is Bobby Petrino really the new head coach? Vicariously, yes. Because the talk that DZ's talking about, the kind of, passiveness that Bobby Petrino is portraying, bro, that's just for the cameras. That dude ain't changed who he is as a coach. He's changing his public persona, because I was taught this a long time ago. Every single person in the world, even ourselves, myself included, had three personas. You have a public persona. That's who you portray to people, of who you want them to think you are. Then you have a private persona. That's the stuff that only the people that are, kind of close to you, you know what I'm saying, your family, your close friends, that persona. You let your hair down. And then you have a secret persona. That's the stuff that nobody knows about you. Nobody, sometimes not even your spouse, knows these things about you. That's three different personas. What Bobby Petrino is changing is his public persona, because number one, he already knows that he's coming back to a program that he got a lot of baggage. So he can't ruffle no feathers right off the bat. I can promise you that. He is trying to gain the Arkansas faithful. If you guys remember, when he came down to Little Rock to the Touchdown Club, he apologized to the Arkansas fans. He apologized to them and told them how he really made a mistake and how he had unfinished business on the hill. So why would he get on that press conference? And he cried at the. We're talking about the Little Rock Touchdown Club. I don't know if you guys watched that stuff, but anyway, so why would he get onto his introduction press conference and be rowdy? He's not going to do that. He ain't going to do that. He's 11 years older than he was. I'm wiser than I was 11 years ago. So is he. But I can promise you with great certainty that dude ain't playing no games with a lot of things. And it's going to be some shakeup up here on the hill. I can promise you that. So is he the new head coach? His personality is stronger than Sam Pittman's. We know that. Sam Pittman is a passive guy. You ain't never heard Sam Pittman get loud, even in a loss. You know what he first does when he sits down at the press conference?
We won't win.
Hey, he sits down and he says, man, we got out-coached. They were better than us. Bobby Petrino ain't never said that. So I can promise you that Bobby Petrino will be an assertive offensive line coach, and it will come across, and that is going to be infectious. And it's up to, it's going to be up for grabs whether it's going to be a good or a bad thing, but it will be infectious.
Well, I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna say this. We're gonna say this. I'm gonna say this before we do any of the hog pen stuff tonight. Man, I need 17 likes. I need them 17 likes to hit 100 done. But I am gonna say this also. I feel Hunter Yurachek has a built-in insurance policy with Bobby Petrino, because if he don't like the direction of some of the decisions that the head coach makes this year, man, he can easily chunk the deuces at Sam Pittman and slide Bobby right on in that thing. It's built in. He ain't got to do nothing. He ain't got to go looking no further. He ain't got to go searching for no coach. I'm going to get rid of Pittman, and I'm going to slide Bobby right on in that thing, because he going to already be running the offense anyway. We know the offense going to look better. There's no point in messing that up. So they're going to slide Bobby right on in that thing, and you know what he do in year 2. Hey, we going to 10 wins, baby. 10 wins. You heard what I said, man. Oh, man, I still need 8 likes. Somebody hit the like button, man. Hit the like button, man. I need 8 of them.
Hey, somebody said something so funny, man. They said hiring Petrino is like getting back with your ex. Is it safe? No, but it's going to be a whole lot of fun.
Who said that? Man, I gotta go find the comment.
Nah, it was something I see earlier on Twitter, man.
Oh, okay.
Yo, let's open up this hog pen.
Man, them boys don't want. They ugly. They don't want to give me these likes, man. But I want to hear from the. I want to hear. Let me close this out. Where that? All right, bet that up, man. You know what's about to happen. Let me get my link together.
Yeah, let's open up that hog pen, baby. Let's get it. Hey, Box, come holler at your boy.
Hey, man, shut all that up, man. Don't nobody want to hear all that, bro.
Yo, man. We ready. It's time to get a hog pen. We got a lot to talk about, man. We held y'all a little bit long, man. We apologize for that, but it was a lot going on this week, man. It's a lot going on.
Your monster voice still on, bro.
Oh,
I
my
hear
bad.
it. Hey, the link is in the description. Y'all come kick it with us. Come kick it with your boys, man.
I'm back.
Tonka Tide.
Yeah, a lot of comments. Wait, what Tucker say?
I'm saying Tonka Tide in the building.
Tonka Tide. Hey, what? Hey, I need to see Box, man. You know, I need to talk to. We need Box. We need Boss Hog. We need all the faithfuls to come back, man. It's a congregation meeting, man. Anybody else want to come on, y'all come on. But man, we need our faithfuls to come.
Yeah, I see a lot of people in the comments earlier was asking what happened to me, man. Hey, life's about second chances, man. That's all I'm saying.
That's baby Bobby. He got a neck brace on. He ain't got no halo. He got his neck wrapped up.
Yeah, man. I cut my Toyota Camry in half, put a little sidecar on there, had a little accident.
That's funny, man. I don't care who you are. That's funny. The dude got the little black eye too. That's hilarious.
Hey, I know what happened to Deezy. He was caught holding hands with Fat Deezy. I know the truth.
That's funny. What up, Tonka Tide? What's up, baby?
What's up, fam?
Fat Shirley ain't fit on no fight.
We got in the building.
Boss
man.
Hog in the building.
We got Unbiased in the building.
Going
We
on,
got
fellas?
Boss Hog. We got Tonka Tide. Box called in, but he drops off as usual. He got to get his headphones
All
together.
right. Just say the spot for Box. You know it takes a minute to get this stuff together, baby. There you go.
Hey. So we held up the floor for an hour tonight. Hey man, thank y'all for the 100 likes, man. Y'all know that's what I'm trying to get. Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Thank y'all for hitting that like button, man. We really appreciate that. 100 likes, man. That's what's up. Hey, so we held you up tonight for a whole hour, man. Y'all boys been rocking with us. I know y'all ready to get it off your chest. Boss Hog, we're gonna start with you since you on the end. Tell us how you feel about anything we said tonight, man, or anything you want to bring up.
It's your turn, baby.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, Muss is that man. I have no issues, worries, and that. You know, they gonna lose some games. Muss gonna get it some tail. You know what I'm saying? They gonna get it straight. Lose some more games. You know, somebody get hurt. You know, same thing that had happened since he's been there. Now, Pittman, on the other hand, I ain't gonna say I'm all in on Bobby P. I mean, I know DZ put Bobby P down. You know, I'm still Urban Meyer, but I just got to see how this gonna work. I mean, I do. I mean, because this still can go off the rails. Because I'm gonna tell you, the first time I see the quarterback in a shotgun formation on 4th and 1, oh yeah, I'm through watching TV. That ain't nobody but Pittman. We can't say Browns. We can't say Enos. That means that was nobody but Pittman, and I'm through with the team.
Wow, not through with the team, Boss Hog.
Hey, I told Tonka that over Thanksgiving. Tonka said, "Welcome to the dark side."
Hey, I gotta read my super chats, man. Matt, I'm sorry I missed your super chat, man, but thank you for supporting the channel. He says, Bobby has the offense, T. Will has the defense, Sam has recruiting and day-to-day duties. Okay, I can rock with that. They got a little all-star team. Hey, little fun fact. Max says T. Will played for Bobby in the ATL. Man, word on the street is, man, they about to beat Bobby down, man. That's why he left town. They said them boys was about to beat the brakes off that boy. That's why he left.
Yeah, you can't.
And I heard from Trey Biddy the other day where he said Pittman said he wants to be the COO. He wants the offensive coordinator to do his thing, defensive coordinator to do his thing. He just rotate between, watching the players and stuff like that. So if that's the case, Bobby gonna run everything, and Pittman gonna have to have his butt on that offensive line.
Man,
He might even have to put some pads on.
Yo. One thing, one quick thing right before we get to box. In listening to the press conference today, they asked a question about, is there going to be more coaching changes? He said yes, but he ain't gonna talk about it. So if you think about it, what other coaches are we talking about? We know he's not gonna fire T. Will. We already know that. But who is the next questionable coach? It's Kennedy. Everybody
I
knows
said
that.
Kennedy and Dick Adams.
You see what I'm saying? I'm telling you. So that's one little caveat that I grabbed from the press conference. Ebeezy, the box, the man, the myth, the legend. Yo, man, what you got to say, baby? It's your flow.
I agree with that one comment but except one thing when he said Bobby got the offense, T. Will got the defense, and Pittman just roam. We don't want Pittman to roam. We want him to stop at that offensive line. That is it. We don't want you to worry about recruiting. We're doing none of that. Just stop at that offensive line and do your job. That's all we need
Facts.
to do. And so I'm happy right now because Bobby P is back. I like him. I mean, he gonna do wonders with the offense. KJ's gone, Rocky gone, so I'm ecstatic. So I'm happy. I ain't got nothing bad to say.
Dang, that's it? That's all you got to say, Box? Oh my God.
Hey, give me Chris Wilder, Singleton, Young, and Augustus, whatever his name is. I'll roll with that all day.
Wow. Y'all mark the tape on this, man. Y'all mark the tape. Box said that's all he got to say. Wow. All right. Hey, talking time.
When the last time y'all seen Rocket run like that freshman did this year? Doing his whole career.
Never.
Give me him.
When he was a freshman.
He didn't even like that when he was a freshman. He just had a better offensive line to help him out. He still tippy-toed his whole career.
Mm-hmm.
Never ran like that freshman did. None.
Yeah. Hey, man, Box on to something, man. I appreciate. Hey, all right, Talker Todd, what you got to say, baby? It's your flow.
First off, I want to say, who is this man and what have you done to my boy Box? Number one. Number two, when Deke Adams first came on board, I was excited because I was like, okay, finally we got a decent D-line coach from the defensive ends, and that is supposed to be his specialty. Our defensive tackles disappear every single play. So I'm with y'all. I think it's time for Dick to go, and I think him and Kennedy both need to go, and Arkansas needs to come in and do something different. At the end of the day, Arkansas still lacks quality depth. We have lacked quality depth for 6 years now, and 6 years is more than enough time to fix the problem with the transfer portal and recruiting, and they ain't done it. So everybody in the chat was talking about next year, 7 wins, 8 wins. No, check yourself. Arkansas is going to do good to win 4 games next year.
Dang, Tonka. That's how you feel, bro?
Yeah, they don't have the quality depth to run with the big dogs. I mean, if we was in the Big 12, it'd be different. If we was in Conference USA, it'd be different. But we in the SEC, baby, and this is where the big boys live. And if you can't run with the big dogs, what they say, stay on the porch.
Wow. Okay. Tonka Ty said what he said, man. And who the last person over here, OD? I forgot.
That's unbiased.
Oh, okay. Unbiased, man. Well, how you feel, man? It's your flow.
Oh man, can you hear me, gentlemen?
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, so all right. Basketball, I ain't got no complaints. Beautiful victory. Nice team building win. They play with high energy. Passing the ball. That's ball movement is the key component for them to win games. Ball movement, passing. Stop one-on-one playing all the time. That's what cost them games before. And when it comes to the football, like I had said before, cautious optimism. I'm not jumping out of the window because Bobby P's coming back. I'm not. But I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Bobby P ain't gonna be no coach if they're not successful this next year. They all gone. Do y'all hear me? They're not. They all gonna go. It ain't gonna be no. But Petrino takes over the coaching reins if they have a unsuccessful year next year. They all gone. This is do or die. This is a Hail Mary from the 40-yard line, y'all. Understand what we're looking at here. This year is to try to make a successful season, at least get 7 to 8 victories. If we don't get that, everybody's gone now. Mark my words.
Wow. So you saying they're gonna burn it down?
They gotta have to start over. This is a Hail Mary play, y'all. This we gotta take it for what it is, man. This was a desperation play, but with some possible positives. But at the end of the day, the whole fan base was ready to just bail out on football. So this right here built this brought us back all the way up where we like, okay, we're excited again. Now they gotta show and prove. And if they don't show and prove, get ready for a complete wipe, a clean slate wipe. That buyout is gonna be less after 1 year. I don't think Bobby Petrino ain't gonna be no doggone coach if they don't have a successful year. Everybody go.
Hey, unbiased. Are you whispering? They on your head.
Hey, listen, I'm at work. I'm using my work headset. I don't have a visual, so y'all can dog me out. It's okay. Y'all can dog me out. I'll take it.
Light Skin Low said you trapped in the closet with R. Kelly.
Oh wow. What the hell is going on? I be wanting to bust box chops because box be so hard on certain like okay. I do want to see KJ move on. I do, but and I hope Rocket goes to the pros. But we gotta appreciate what they did accomplish though for the little bit of joy that we did get in that 9-4 season. Rocket had a phenomenal season. So to walk around here screaming super trash on this, I think it's a little bit. I think it's a little off for us to do this. I wish them well. I want them to be successful for whatever they do, but I think it's time, especially for KJ, to move forward with his career, whether he goes to another school or if he tries it in the pros. I think it's time as a Razorback has ran his course. When I see him goofing off and laughing with the Auburn players on the sideline after losing by 38 points, I'm sorry. I think it's time to move forward. That was to me that was the silver lining for me. I do want to see what Augustave has as the lead running back. He looked pretty good with a horrible offensive line. So let's see what that young man has. I think Rocket should go try his pros because at the end of the day, the life of a running back is very short in the NFL. So he might as well get. I think he gets drafted, so he might as well go ahead and test the waters. But we gotta stop like overly bashing these guys. Like these guys didn't bring us something to the table. Are we forgetting that we didn't win an SEC game for 2 years before this?
Hey man, hold on just a second. Now let me just tell you this. This show is a fan-based show. Right.
And I'm a fan. I'm a fan too.
Absolutely. So this is what I'm saying. Yes, we give people flowers while they're doing good. We don't just bash people, but if you unbiased, just like if you say something slick or you say something crazy, we're gonna address it at the moment, and that's exactly what we do. We're gonna tell you, hey man, when we say super trash, we don't necessarily mean you as a whole, but that performance was trash.
It's super trash, yeah.
We're not talking heads. We don't have nobody telling us, no, you can't say that.
We can say what we want to say unfiltered, but I want to bust Box chops because Box is always dogging out Devo like Devo ain't a leader.
Wait, unbiased. I'm gonna tell you something. You've been doing a lot of talking. Mr. Closet,
they asked me to talk. It was my turn to talk, so I was supposed to talk.
Yeah, but we had limits. We all took our limits.
There's no limit to Box, though. Remember that.
But check this out. Check this out, unbiased. You sit there and say you want to bust my chops, but you agree with everything I said.
I don't agree with everything you say.
You sit there and said KJ needs to go and Rocket need to go to the pros.
Yeah, I agree with that. I do agree with that. But you be
Well,
dogging
which
out
one
Debo
is
like
it?
Debo ain't a leader. Like Debo ain't the leader of that team. Like he don't actually
You can
help the
be
team come along with the system.
hey, you can be a leader coming off the bench. The ball is stacking in Devo's hands. Devo had played against Duke. We wouldn't have got them open look that blocker made for the team. People don't bring that. So regardless of what
You
you
act like
say,
Debo
and
is like
regard,
super duper trash. Like he don't present
hey,
quality to the team.
Devo didn't play the whole first half against Memphis or North Carolina, and we was either tied or up. Devo came in second half and we lost.
I'm done with you, Box. I'm so done. He's gonna dog out Devo no matter what. You keep on forgetting
Hey,
he's the reason why we went to the Sweet 16 last
Devo,
year.
I was, and once again, another game, our super leader, senior, almost cost us the game because he missed a free throw at the end of the game.
Nobody's 100%.
But y'all build, so I ain't gonna say y'all, but we build Devo up like he the best. He supposed to miss that free throw.
No, we ain't saying all that now. You reaching now.
Hey, nobody's at 100. Nobody's 100%, man, and nobody knows when that that miss is gonna come. So I can't blame him for that.
Unbiased.
Yes,
I
Box.
talked about KJ all year. Everybody had to get on my bandwagon. I'm talking about Devo. Y'all gonna get on my bandwagon because one thing Petrino said in his press conference today, he don't want KJ. He said it without saying it.
He didn't say that, Bob.
What he said, what I sent you in OD today about what he said he want out of quarterback, that ain't KJ. That means he don't want KJ.
I think it's time to move
So
forward.
let me ask y'all a question. This is going around the horn.
Uh-oh.
If KJ stayed, could Petrino fix KJ?
No. You can't fix inaccuracies.
Who we starting with?
Petrino, who you starting with?
I'm biased. Go ahead.
Let me start. I want to start with this. Y'all say no. I saw a couple people shaking their head. I heard some no's. But I'm going to say this. If you remember Casey Dick under Houston Nutt, he couldn't hit the side of a barn. Petrino shows up and the boy looked like Aaron Rodgers. That's all I got to say. DZ, you want to go next? We just going to go around that way.
Man, I got to agree. I mean, Lamar Jackson, Ryan Mallett, Casey Dick, Tyler Wilson, those are 4 different types of quarterbacks. I think if there is anybody in this country who could fix KJ, it's Petrino. It's my daddy. Go Hogs.
So for me, if I do believe sometimes a offensive coordinator can work with a player and make him better in certain areas. But you're talking about coming in for KJ. This would be his third OC, right? His third OC.
Yeah,
so his fourth.
Maybe 4, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fourth. This is fourth OC in his final year. So how much can BP change him? What can he do with him? I don't know. He may be able to get him some of those little tangibles, but as the panel has said, he can't fix accuracy. He can only coach, fundamentals. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm up on the fence with that, and it depends whether or not I'm not gonna waste a lot of time on it whenever he makes his decision, and we'll see. So that's it for me, Boss Hog.
Well, KATV just got through saying that KJ is in the portal. So, I mean, it really don't matter.
Oh, they did? Oh, man, we've been on here. We ain't here.
So, I just seen it come up on my iPad. But, yeah, he can't fix KJ,
Fact. Okay.
That's just it, And the best thing about Bobby P being the OC, if you suck, he has no problem putting your butt on the bench.
Facts.
He has no problem when you come off that field to do a Nick Saban, grab you by your shoulder pads and let you have it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's even with the offensive line, and that's what Arkansas needs. You know, stop being buddy with these guys and put your foot in them. Put your foot in your tail.
Coach them hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Bach, what you say?
I got a question. Who was Casey Dick running backs?
Was it Madre? I don't know who his running back was, but that's a long time ago. I don't even know.
Well, y'all
Who was
say he
it?
fixed it. Who was the running back? Was it D-Mac?
No.
No,
It wasn't
No.
D-Mac. D-Mac was
Who was his
Matt
running
Jones.
Matt Jones.
coach.
No. I don't know who they running
No,
back
Matt
was.
Jones. Yeah, Matt Jones with Derek McFadden. Well, right
Who
before
was Casey Dick head coach? Who was Casey Dick head coach?
Petrino.
Houston Nutt?
Was it Houston?
Petrino was.
Yeah,
Petrino was one.
No, before Petrino. Houston Nutt liked to
Nutt.
run the ball. Houston Nutt liked to run the ball. Houston Nutt was Derek McFadden, Felix Jones, and Hillis coach. That was also Casey Dick running backs. You ain't finna throw with them. Bobby Petrino
Yeah, you weren't throwing with
took
them
a player
boys.
who could. Yeah, Bobby Petrino took a player who could throw because Houston Nutt wasn't going to throw with Casey Dick at all. Got that three-headed monster back there. Label Casey Dick and KJ in the same breath. Can't fix KJ. After 5 years, this dude finna be a 6-year player. You ain't learn how to throw, overthrow, underthrow. You still doing that in 5 years? You can't fix that. You a tight end.
Okay.
There you go,
Hey,
Box. Shoot fire,
Tonka?
Box. Shoot it.
Tonka, I guess
Tonka
we can make this.
Well, it's like this. Everybody keeps saying accuracy, accuracy, accuracy. The scouting term and the coaching term for that is called ball placement. Okay. Now, ball placement means if my guy's running a 9 or a fly route, okay, then my ball placement has to be in front of that wide receiver so he can run under, catch, and keep going, right? Whenever you're throwing a slant, you want that to be just a little in front, or it just, well, and y'all can't see my hands, but you want it to be just a little in front of the receiver once again so they can catch it and keep going unless it's a zone, and then they're going to turn and see it, right? Because you don't want to run into a defender, right? KJ cannot make any of those throws. And these are throws that high school kids are okay? These are throws that Pee Wee League kids are taught to make. KJ cannot do it. His ball placement is horrible. His footwork is horrible. And the fact that he cannot even do the base fundamentals of the position, no, Bobby P cannot fix him. And I wish the young man well. You know, I'm happy for his family, but he needs to put those dreams of NFL to bed, because the only thing he's going to be playing at the next level is USFL, and even then he might only be a backup at third string because he ain't got it.
Bam! Where the shots at? OD, you tripping, bro? They shooting shots out here, man. You over here on your phone.
Hey man, I'm handling business out here, man. I don't know what you talking about. I'm looking at chats. I'm responding to people's messages. Hey man, like I said, man, I do more than just show up, baby. Come on now, stop playing. I'm out here working.
I need the soundboard over here because I'm listening to what's going on. These dudes, they out here shooting shots, man. Hey, unbiased.
OD show up, but he always show up late.
I'm always on time.
That was a great question, man. So I really feel like, man, unbiased. Did you answer that question?
No, he didn't.
Unbiased. Hey, I got something to say about that. What one of y'all just said. I don't forget. Go ahead. I'll come back to it.
Unbiased. With us, baby.
Yeah, Bobby P. Hey, you remember I told y'all the KJ don't make no audibles?
Yeah, I heard that in the press conference too. Yeah.
What did he say?
I mean, he just said he likes that. No, I'm gonna let you say it, man. That this your shine. Go ahead.
He said that Ryan Mallett and Lamar Jackson, when he made a bad play because the defense made a great call, he liked the fact that they got him out of a bad situation.
They could audible out of it.
does.
That's what he said.
They can audible out of it. KJ didn't audible one time in 5 years.
Yeah. I mean, he did say that.
And Petrino a smart guy. He knows
Mhm.
KJ can't audible.
Yeah, that's what he
Don't want
said.
KJ on the team.
That's what he said. He wants a quarterback that can get the coach out of a bad play call, which means when I send a play in, usually you always have 2 plays, 2 to 3 plays that they call. They have a primary play and then they have 2 audibles, and it's up to the quarterback to read what the defense is doing and audible out of that, and audible and check it down or whatever the case may be, and make a better play call based off of what the defense shows. That's what Bobby Petrino said. That's what he said. Box ain't lying. He said that, and KJ ain't audible out of nothing. He whatever the play call is, they call.
I don't care what you audibling out of. I don't care if you had Joe Montana. I don't care if you had Tom Brady. I don't care who you had behind the offensive line. You would have been on your butt the entire game. It don't matter who you put back there. I just don't care.
He also said that you got to get the offensive line in the right blocking scheme too.
He did say that.
Back job too.
Also, guys, if he can't handle an Eno system, what makes you think he's going to be able to handle Petrino system?
That's a fact.
Also, I have the answer to Bach's question. Our running backs in 2008, when Petrino first got here, when Casey Dick was the quarterback, we had Chip Gregory, who was a sophomore. We had Dennis Johnson, and I know South Arkansas boys will remember this name, DeAnthony Curtis from the Camden Fairview High School, and we also had Brendan Barnett. So, and all DeAnthony Curtis did. Yeah, and all DeAnthony did was return kickoff and punts. Yeah,
super trash. They had Ryan Wingo and now
super trash. With Houston Nutt, not Bobby Petrino, with Houston Nutt.
Oh,
I'm talking about when he was with Houston Nutt.
We talking what I was talking about when Bobby made Casey Dick good his very first year after he was with Ryan Mallett. Your question was, who was his running backs? Every running back that Tonka just named was super trash. We can't remember them fools.
Houston Nuts.
You had Mitch Mustang.
With Houston Nuts.
He just couldn't coach. He couldn't coach nobody, Box. He couldn't coach anybody to throw the ball. That was a Houston Nutt problem. We never had a good quarterback in 9 years of Houston Nutt. You can't tell me a good quarterback that could throw the ball with Houston Nutt. None of them. I don't care who you give me. They all was super trash.
How do we know Casey Dick wasn't a good quarterback then?
I didn't say he wasn't. I'm saying, look who got the most out of Casey Dick, because Houston Nutt couldn't get a nut out of anybody. The boy was trash when it came to running offense, man. The boy was garbage.
So to answer Box's question real quick, in 2007, under Houston Nutt, our running backs were Darren McFadden, which was a junior. We had a senior in Peyton Hillis. We had a junior, Mitch Petrus. I don't even remember that dude even seeing the field. And we also had a freshman called Darcel Johnson that I'm pretty sure transferred or went to a lower level or something shortly after that. He didn't pan out at Arkansas.
We had the dude from Tulsa too, because he left after Darren McFadden.
Yeah, Felix Jones. I don't know why he's not on that list.
They both went pro the same year. They went pro
the same year.
Mitch Petrus went on and played in the NFL at offensive lineman.
Yeah, Mitch Petrus was offensive line. He wasn't no running back.
Well, then this side is all kind of jacked up then.
Yeah.
So
Somebody
I got
said
a question.
Clint Sterner could sling that thing on the nut. Man, all I
Yep.
remember about Clint Sterner was the fumble against Tennessee. That's what I remember.
The
But
bot.
forget
I
that.
tease,
Hey,
I tease
hey,
Clint Sterner
wait.
sometimes about that. He hurt my soul with that.
That's all I
Yeah,
remember about that dude.
Hey,
forget that fumble and then judge Clint Sterner's career. Forget that one fumble, then judge his career.
He had a
Hey,
good career,
and
bro.
also,
He had
I'll
a
be
good
honest.
career,
He did
Box.
have a good career. I went to the Cotton Bowl in 2000 when they had Cedric Cobbs and they
Right.
beat Texas. Yeah,
Yeah.
Clint
Right.
Sterner, he had a good
But
career. I'll give him that.
but also remember, Sterner was not a Houston Nutt recruit. That
He
was a Danny
wasn't.
Ford kid. That was a
Bam.
Danny Ford. So was the other kid that I can't remember his name now to save my life. Short guy, cannon arm, highly mobile. He ended up transferring out of Arkansas and actually went to the pros and played for the Vikings for a little bit. And I cannot remember his
Jackson.
name. I apologize for
Tavar
that.
Jackson, was it?
Tavares Jackson.
That's
That's his
him.
name.
That's
Yeah,
him.
Tavares
That's
Jackson.
him.
Yeah.
He also was a forward recruit. The problem with Houston Nutt was he could spot a running back and he could put together a good coaching staff and he could take 2 and 3 star guys and coach them up to where they played like 4 and 5 star guys. Okay. But when
Yeah.
it came to scouting quarterbacks, Houston Nutt could not do it. He couldn't win for losing in that category.
I mean, if I had a three-headed monster, Darren McFadden, Peyton Hillis, and Felix Jones, I'm probably not throwing the ball either.
But I mean, his play action game should have been strong. His play action game should have been real strong.
But you have to be able, in order for a play action to work properly, you got to have a throwing threat, right? Or a run threat.
Who we had? Marcus Monk back then?
We had.
Yeah. Marcus Monk. You had Anthony Lucas. Well, none of them. I mean, they was all right, but they wasn't. They was nowhere near like Joe Adams, Jarris Wright. You know, they wasn't nowhere like them guys. But they was okay.
No, Monk just wasn't used properly. Monk actually was pretty nice. They just didn't use him right.
Hey man, shout out to Tuss Talk with Ty, man. He in the building rocking with us, man. Salute to you, big dog.
What up, Tuss?
What up, big Tuss?
Man,
What's up, Ty?
I went and hollered at him on his show the other night, man. We appreciate you tapping in, baby. You know it's all love. Call in, man. You know what I'm saying? Put the link in the comments again, man. Get Tusk on the line, man.
Hey, I got a round the horn question for everybody in this thing, man.
Drop it in there one more time, OD. I need to see Tuss on the show, man. We need to do a collab real soon, man. We love.
All right, I just put it in there. Hey, what's your question, DZ? Go ahead.
All right, so since we in the thick of it, we talking about running backs, quarterbacks, wide receivers. What is our biggest need that we need to get out of the portal outside of O-line? Let's go strictly skill positions. Do y'all think we need a QB because our QB looking scary next year, a running back because all we got is Augusta, or do we need to go get some wide receivers to help them boys out on the end? What skill position would y'all go get out of the portal right now if y'all was the Razorbacks and Petrino?
I don't think we definitely don't need running backs because we got 2 hogs coming. The boy from Benton, Bryant, and we got the boy from St. Louis. So we got some dogs coming for the running back room. I think we need a receiver, man. I think we need a go-to receiver because what Tonka say, we got some boys from the College of the Deaf, Dumb, and Blind. So we need a receiver. We need a legit receiver that can come in and make a play, man. That's what we need.
Yeah. Tonka?
Yeah, I would say definitely receiver or possibly even tight end, but we do need a true X receiver because Armstrong, Tesla, these guys are great receivers, right? But they struggle in getting separation, right? Even when they're on the field together, they struggle getting separation and they can get shut down easily in one-on-one coverage. Okay, that's just how that works. What we have is we have a few Robins. We ain't got no Batman. We need us a Batman at receiver.
Yo, who is this forehead in the building, man? We can't see your face.
He just dropped off.
Hey,
Hey, boss. So Boss Hog, you want to get that one?
Yeah, I like what Nisha said. Let's get an offensive line coach out the portal.
I saw that. I laughed at
I
that,
saw
man.
that. But
that's awesome.
I say at least 2 wide receivers. You know, Texas A&M got one guy. He was a 4 or 5 star when he was recruited. Some Stewart, but I would say 2 wide receivers because the D2 guys they can catch, no separation. And Bryce Stevens got speed, but we didn't see him none last year, so we don't even know the real deal with him. You know, was he hurt or was he just in the doghouse?
Hey, he was just
Jaden
in the
Wilson.
doghouse. I'm gonna answer that for you. I'm telling you, I talked to a parent. Hey, and they said him and Guyton had words. Hey, he told
He
Guyton
got Jaden Wilson.
Super trash.
It got benched
He
for
got
the rest of
Jaden
the
Wilson.
year.
You know, he couldn't catch. Jaden Wilson ain't gonna catch the ball on a consistent basis. And
Yeah.
so yeah, I mean, then you got a Ibaka just left. So yeah, I would say wide receiver and one more tight end.
Man, if we can go get that receiver that played for FIU, somebody put it in the chat right here.
Oh
This
yeah,
guy right
that
here,
cat
he
is
put
quick.
in FIU receiver is entering the portal. Hey, they need to go
He
pay
got
that
100.
boy.
He got like 160 yards on us.
Hey,
Go get
he killed us. He
was
killed
catching
us.
everything.
Yep,
I mean, I'm talking
that cat
about
is
with
fast.
coverage. He was catching everything. Go get him. Hey,
Man.
I'm
Now
by.
there is
Who you want?
Yo,
I'm gonna put unbiased in the
What happened? What
in the
happened?
green room.
Where you
Okay.
putting in the green for?
Because you didn't say nothing, so I was about to put you in the green room.
Oh, you know I'm
I'm
working. I didn't know you was calling me. I'm sorry.
yeah, I'm biased.
We need
What we need to put in the portal?
we need to get a quality top line receiver. Period. I do think we need to get another quarterback, but I personally think Criswell and Singleton can get the job done between those two. And then we got Jackson coming in as a freshman. So I'm not really. I think we need to try to get that FIU guy, and I think we should just roll with that. Because to be honest with you, I think we're going to need to get more defensive help on the low because and I'm hearing that we might lose Ty, man. We just picked up that JUCO tight end. I think Ty might be gone, bro.
Mm.
Ty might be leaving. I'm not happy about that because I think that boy is tremendous. Him and Haas is tremendous.
There go my man.
That he might believe.
Okay. Hey, Woo Pig, we coming to you right now, man. And then we gonna get Touch Talk with Ty because he's in the building rocking with the Woo Pig podcast, baby.
Hey, what's happening, fellas? Hope y'all doing all right, though, man.
Yeah, man.
Good,
The
man.
the question on the table is what do the Razorbacks need to go get right now in the portal to be successful next year? So we're going around the horn. It's your turn. What you think?
Man, I'm just gonna keep it plain and simple, man. We need some more boss hogs up front, man. We need some more beef up front, man. We all know that the SEC is a line of scrimmage game, man. We couldn't get it done on both sides of the ball. You know, even with us hitting the portal prior to last season. So man, I think we need some more beef up front to keep our young quarterbacks healthy, man. Keep them on the field, you know. And then just winning those third and fourth downs, man. Keep us on the field. So I just
What
think we
about
need some more beef up front, man.
Gotcha.
What's
My
that?
man Ty, man, we appreciate you coming and rocking with us, man. This is Ty from the Touch Talk with Ty, man. We always show him love. He show us love. Hey, man,
Yes,
glad you tapped in
sir.
tonight. What do you think,
what's
man?
up,
What do
Ty?
we need to go get?
Well, first off, what's up, fellas? How you doing?
Hey, man, we good, man.
Salute.
Yeah.
We in the presence of Hall greatness right now, man.
I know
Oh,
Ty's
no, I
in
don't
the
know
building,
about all that
baby.
now.
Hey, Touch Ty known in these Razorback streets, man.
You a legend on the low, Ty. Just so you know, you're a legend on the low.
Oh man, I appreciate that, fellas. So as far as what I want out of the portal,
Yeah.
or we just like in general. Well, I agree
And
with what's up?
It got to be skill position because we all know O-line. So we want to hear skill.
Well, I
position.
mean,
Oh man, see, y'all done canceled that one out.
One of y'all already hit the nail on the head with hitting the offensive line coach out of the portal. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen there with Kennedy. I feel like he's probably going to be gone. Petrino said today that they're going to lose parts to the staff. Yeah, I'm of the belief they're going to have to go pretty hard at wide receiver skill position. I think that there's probably some truth in that. I'm curious if they don't try and take a swing at maybe a Tyler Van Dyke, Miami quarterback. I'm sure he's going to stay somewhere out east, but there's some options there. I don't know that Will Rogers is going to be someone in play or not for Arkansas, but we know Petrino likes him a gunslinger. So I think you know how this goes, though, right? I mean, we sit here and talk about, well, this is who I want. This is who I think they're going to get, and it's going to be someone out in left field.
Totally different.
I mean, we could sit here and, you know what I mean? Like, although I got to give Pittman credit, he did get Drew Sanders, and when he hit the portal, it was like, oh, maybe they'll go after him and get him. Former 5-star, big-time player out of high school, highly, highly rated. And Arkansas did get him, so maybe they can have that luck on the offensive side of the ball. He was a third-round draft pick after all.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Man, so that was a good take, Ty, man. We appreciate that. I saw you. I was watching, I think, your podcast with Don't Read the Comments last night. And something you brought up, I want to ask you about. You were talking about Matt Rule and how much he said it costs to actually get a quarterback nowadays in Power 5 football. Can you talk about that real quick?
Well, I don't know the exact quote. I think that was Tim that brought that up. I'd heard him say that, but he said something to the extent of a quality quarterback's going to cost you about $1 million. Listen, that's the first I've ever heard that, but I'm sure it's probably true. I mean, we heard Pittman today. I mean, you guys heard him on his press conference with Bobby. He said that people are already tampering, and we've known that all along. I think that's the first we've heard Pittman really come out and say it. Mm-hmm. So they're talking contract, or they're talking NIL with these quarterbacks, and if it's true that it's $1 million, and we heard too that KJ was operating with the $1 million NIL. I mean, that's a rumor. So I don't know how you guys feel about that, but I don't know how accurate it is. If that's true, well, there's a lot of quarterbacks getting overpaid. I mean, I'll tell
what you say.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
Well, I mean, this is what I was gonna say too, Ty, and to everybody on the panel, that right now, especially with the University of Arkansas bringing in this new NIL collective, somebody somewhere has said, look, we're going to have to get some more money if we're going to have a competitive program, because you got too many schools that are already doing that. A&M has a collective. So it's people that right now for Texas A&M, they can't pay their light bill, but they're going to contribute to that university. So, you know what I'm saying? Guess what? And that's their prerogative. So guess what? Yeah. Arkansas has to get on board. Unless you get on board, if you're going to sit around like, some of our coaches were saying earlier in the year, oh man, this is just this and that and this and that. But hey, you better get on board with it and be able to compete. That's what I said. So I'm glad that they got this NIL collective.
Well, there is.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
You're all right, man. There is one thing about the NIL and about the transfer portal that most people don't want to recognize. The portal is nothing but a Band-Aid to fix a problem on the team. You can only truly fix the problems on your team through recruiting and development. Okay. And because if you look at Arkansas's line, both offensively and defensively, it's portal heavy. We've only got Ball and Davenport. We've got 3 guys. that are actually Arkansas recruits that are playing. Everybody else is portal. Where's our DNs? They're all portal guys. Look at our linebacking core. We're losing 2 guys that were Arkansas recruits. We've lost Crook and we lost Pooh.
Paul.
Pooh Paul. That's a starter and that's a quality depth guy gone. So now you got to slap a Band-Aid on it, by going in the portal.
I'm going to tell you right now, and this isn't like this isn't anything anyone's told me, but is it a coincidence that Pooh Paul, who's the biggest surprise out of the portal, or for Arkansas for a Razorback to go into the portal? Is it a coincidence that then Petrino, the first time we hear from him, he's talking about tampering, and he's talking about, like, again, he's not been super vocal about this. I fully believe Pooh Paul was poached. I mean, it's probably pretty obvious for a lot of people. He was poached. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. That's unfortunate because I'm a big Pooh Paul. I love his dad, man, on Twitter. I think he seems like just such a good kid, man. I kept a good eye on him in practice. I like his intensity, man. He's my kind of linebacker,
Facts.
And unfortunately, he's gone. So unless they can reel him back in, and Jordan Crook too, that one also is strange.
Yeah, that's the package deal with them too. Hey, I want to say something. Remember what I said the other day, Ty? Everybody, we need to, since everybody else is tampering, we need to become Darkansas, man. That's what we need to become, Darkansas.
He's not playing the game. I mean, and he put it out there. We don't do that here. So I take him at his word. I don't think they are, and I don't know anyone who says that we are. And I talked to still talk to a few media guys. And none of them seem to think that anything like that's going on at Arkansas. So, I mean, they're trying to play as clean as you can these days, but the question begs, like,
can't do it.
How long can you do this?
How long can you do it?
But then the question becomes, because the NCAA is going to come in at some point and try to be the big swinging, right? Because that's what the NCAA does. They try to act like they got teeth, but I got more teeth than they do, and I ain't got none. Okay, so they're going to come in with some kind of rule, because I guarantee you these coaches complaining these last 2 or 3 years about tampering is going to force the NCAA to do something, or it's going to force a ruling body to make some kind of rule about tampering. And so when that takes place, what's going to happen then? What kind of sanctions are teams like Michigan, Florida, Oklahoma, Texas, LSU, guys that do tamper, what's that going to do to their programs? So right now, Arkansas is I think, doing the right thing by keeping their nose as clean as possible, because when the sanctions come down, because they will, Arkansas would be in a better position in the long run.
Well, we'll see.
No sanctions going to come down. Do you actually believe that the NCAA going to sanction Bama, Nick Saban in football? Nah. You think they're going to sanction Ohio State?
They'll do us like that. They'll do us crazy, but they wouldn't do
they're going to do
Bama.
Texas like that? No. You know what I'm saying? They're going to do them big-time schools like that. I'm going to tell you what they're going to do. They're going to be like, let's not do it again. Let's just be straight from here on out. But guess what? Arkansas is going to be in the bottom of the dumpster pile, trying to be good. Like like G said, nice guys finish last, and that's what Arkansas doing.
Absolutely.
Nice guys finish last.
So I have a question for just around the horn. Do you guys feel that this model of how they pay college players is sustainable?
No.
Tuss, what you think?
No, it's not. It's not sustainable. I mean, you've already got, the rich get richer has always been a thing in college football, but it's even worse. They opened up Pandora's box without any regulation, without any. It's crazy how bad it's gotten. And Tonka's right. Tonka Todd is right. Do you really want to risk doing the bad thing and then kind of get, left behind with the bag, getting, caught with the bag in hand? I don't know. But it's gotten so out of hand. I don't think it's sustainable. I really don't. And I do also agree the NCAA might eventually do something. maybe a slap on the wrist to somebody, or maybe they come down hard on a school. But yeah, it's not sustainable. I don't think so.
Boss Hog, what you say?
No, it ain't sustainable. I mean, prime example, Arch Manning making $3 million already. They're just off his last name. He ain't did nothing. Just off his last name. You know what I'm saying? The Sander boys, Deion Sanders' son, just off his last name. You know, and then you got LeBron James boy. He making $6 million. He ain't even playing yet. I think he just got cleared today. You know what I'm saying? He making $6 million. You know, so I mean, this stuff it is just because you're gonna have one kid come in and he's gonna be like, I want 10 million. I mean, you already got what Caleb Williams from USC said. The team that drafted me, they're gonna have. I want part ownership of the team. You know what I'm saying? So you got kids that already acting like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so yeah, this ain't gonna last too long.
Woo Pig, what you say?
Yeah, man, it's I'm not a fan of it, man. I feel like man, it should be equally distributed, man. But that take away from that take away from the whole aspect of it. So and then well, I feel like Arkansas probably, playing the game of catch up now, trying to pour all that money in, uh, and bring the athletes in. So I'm just not a fan of it, man. I see I see I see us right now playing the game of catch up, trying to play, trying to bring athletes in, man, and trying to ride the storm right now. So I'm not too high on it. Nah, I'm not too
Gotcha.
big on it at all.
Tonka Ty, what you
Nah.
say?
No, it's not sustainable, and this is why I say that. Number one, the NIL in college is not being used for NIL. Okay, let's call it what it is. It's called a paycheck, right? You getting paid to play. It has nothing to do with your name, image, or likeness. It all has to do with how much money am I going to get paid to go to this college. Okay. Now, if we look at the pros, because that's what this is. This is an early pay scale, right? That just like what the pros have. Okay, and look at the market for the pros, how each year the value of a quarterback goes up, the value of the running back goes down, the value of defensive ends go up, the value of tackles go up, the value of centers go up, the value of a good safety goes up. See what I'm saying? So college balls, man, we ain't dealing with we ain't making the kind of NFL money in the SEC that the NFL does, of course. And so no, it's not sustainable. And what's going to have to happen is they're going to have to wake up and realize, okay, look, if NIL is just a paycheck, then let's not call it NIL. Let's call it what it is. And now you have a recruiting budget of everybody's got the same budget. And if your kids want to make extra NIL deals on the side, so be it. Because I think that's what it's going to go to. And I think there's going to be a day fast approaching that happens. And then you're going to start seeing talks of a college salary cap.
I'm biased. What you say?
He took it out. He took the words out of my mouth. It needs to be a pay scale. It needs to be a flat pay scale across the board, and then you include the NIL, which means you the money you make actually off of image and likeness. Because right now they just throwing money against the wall and making it stick. I don't have an issue with it because some of these guys come in dead broke and can't even pay their light bill, and they're top players, and these colleges are making millions and billions of dollars. But at the end of the day, it has to have some structure. Where is the structure here? It's wild, wild west. Let's not make this like boxing. I deal with enough boxing crap already, and it's the wild, wild west in that. Let's not make college football the wild, wild west. Let's have some structure with this stuff. Have it across the board even, and then you include the NIL. So you said everything perfectly. I can't really add too much to that.
Well, I'm gonna read this super chat, man. Shout out to Hayden Rose for the super chat. He says in 5 to 8 years, NIL will match most NFL contracts.
That's crazy.
Well,
I mean,
That's
you already had
facts,
Dante
though.
Moore, the quarterback for UCLA. He was recruited for Florida. A Florida booster said they were going to give him $8 million if he signed. He signed with Florida.
I bet
Thought he
he
was gonna get
did.
$8 million, and then when that booster turned around, didn't give him the $8 million. He was gonna sue Florida, and so Florida let him out his contract, and so he went to UCLA.
Mm.
Well,
$8
I got
million
one more
dollars.
thing
Yep.
to ask before we get up out of here. You know, we at my 2-hour mark. There's one guy that we ain't talked about, and I want to get you guys' opinion about him. Do you think he's staying, or you think he's going to the NFL? Number 40 on that defensive line,
Jackson.
Landon Jackson.
Yeah.
Y'all think he's staying, or you think he's going to the NFL?
The dude had a ooh.
I think he's
Ty-
going. I mean, he's gonna go. He's gonna sit go as long as he can with this process, and then they're gonna give him a good draft grade. 3rd round or higher, and he's gonna go. I don't think he's 3rd round material, but at one point in time, ESPN was like, "Oh yeah, he's a 1st round draft pick. He's top 40. He's top 32 material. He's doing this. He's doing that. But they're gonna look at it, they're gonna like, he got a good upside. That's all they're gonna say. He's got a good upside. And that's
Well,
what they
he had.
I mean, would you risk your career for a 3rd round? That's practice squad at best. You know what I'm saying? 3rd round draft pick, anything after the 2nd round, really, what are we doing here? I don't even know why they hold those drafts after the 2nd round, 3rd round. What is that?
But you still gotta you still gotta make the team.
What do you mean?
Even if you're
Tom
1st
Brady
round.
was
Look at Jamarcus
was a
Russell.
6th round pick, bro. What you talking about? You get
Hey, man.
you get dimes in the late rounds of the draft.
Hey, I'm just saying.
49ers got a dime.
Come on, bro. Why would you? I mean,
Hey.
if you're a 3rd round pick as a skilled player like that, hey man, come back another year.
Who right now, despite his injuries this year, one of the top receivers for the last 3 years in the NFL, plays for my LA Rams, Cooper Kupp, baby, 69 pick in the 3rd round.
Right,
I mean,
there it is.
That's it, baby. That's it. You can get some. You can get it in the 3rd round. You can get some good pieces in the 3rd round, and you can get paid too. Drew Sanders went in the 3rd round, but I don't know if he's going to do much.
But they have to be.
All it takes is one call, man. All it takes is one call, man. You get that call, man. I know he'll be elated to get a call. You know what I'm saying? Saying that the team is interested in. And then in that case, you're gonna show your talents, man. And he fit that range, man. The edge rusher, that's a prototypical edge rusher. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he got the
6'6",
height.
6'7",
Yeah.
270, 280.
Well,
So, man, just go out there and showcase your talents, dog.
Actually, he would not grade out to be a defensive end in the NFL. I would not put him at defensive end when I coach semi-pro because, number one, he doesn't have the weight. He doesn't have the strength. He doesn't have the footwork. All he can do is bull rush. He doesn't know how to swim. His hand placement is poor. He gets lost in one-on-one blocking. The list goes on. Now, because he is incredibly athletic, okay, because in a lot of their cover 6 schemes and a lot of their weird kind of janky cover 2 schemes, it was Landon Jackson was the one covering the flats, right? So somebody that can do that at the next level, that is not a defensive end. That is not a rush end. That is what you call an outside linebacker in a 3-4. That's what he would be. And okay, so let's say he's an outside linebacker in the NFL. Okay, let's just pretend. He is not 1st round grade. He is not 2nd round grade. He is not 3rd round grade. He is 4th or 5th round grade at best. And 4th or 5th round grades, those are the cats that have to struggle to make the team on special teams. And I don't know if he has the athleticism to make it on special teams at the next level. So if he wants to play DN, he's going to have to either transfer or come back to Arkansas, put some more weight on, and let's work on some fundamentals. Let's work on footwork. Let's work on hand placement.
Well,
and let's work on being violent at the point of attack.
Hang on. You say put on more weight.
He's 283 pounds.
Yeah, he's 283 pounds. He's 6'7", 283.
I'm telling you, if I'm him,
He's still
I'm
too
gone.
small.
What are you gonna learn at Arkansas? He ain't gonna learn nothing at Arkansas. I go to the NFL where somebody gonna teach me up. You know what I'm saying? Get me better. Teach me the right techniques and all of that. You guaranteed the money, and guess what? You ain't got to sit back here on a sorry team. In college, I'd go to the NFL if I was him.
Well, I do.
And even
I do
then,
agree. I think I don't know what round. I don't know where he would go. Obviously, Combine will tell you a little bit. His film will speak for itself when they take a look at him. You know, when a front office or a GM or a coach starts breaking down film, that's when that's when they'll know. I don't know where I know Kuiper did have him in the first round. He did have him as a number 1 defensive end for weeks. But why was that the case? Well, it's because he absolutely destroyed that left tackle for Alabama that was a freshman. He destroyed him. I mean, I think he had 3.5 sacks in that game, like 4 or 5 TFLs. I mean, it was insane. And so Kuiper jumped the gun and put him, oh, look what he did against Bama. Look what he did against Bama. I said after that on one of my lives during the week, I said, I kind of wonder if Kuiper's not jumping the gun. I don't know if he realizes that Bama's offensive line was atrocious this year. I mean, they gave up a lot of sacks, and Jackson looked really good. I'm not taking anything away from him. I think the best thing in the world for him to do would be to come back. Whether or not he does that, I mean, like you guys said, someone's going to get in his ear, and he'll probably, he'll test the waters. But once you do that, you're gone. You can't. It's not like the NBA. You can't. You
can't come back.
Once you declare, you're gone.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Well, man, I appreciate everybody, man, for rocking out with us tonight. It's been a great show, man. Thanks, Tush, for coming in and kicking it with us, man. We appreciate you coming in.
Yeah.
Boss Hall, Woo Pig, Bias, Tonka Todd. Hey, hold up, I got a super chat. I gotta get it before we get out of here.
Better get it.
Shout out to the Hog Wild Podcast, man. He said, I just had to send a super chat to tell y'all it was a great show tonight, bros. Hey, man, salute to you, bro. We appreciate you. Thanks for supporting the channel.
There you go.
G, take us out of here, boss.
Hey, man, I just want to thank everybody and just for rocking with us, man. It's all good. And it's always good, man, to get love from other podcasts, man. Y'all give a big shout out to Ty. Man, we rock with him. Go watch his shows, man. I've been rocking with him for years, and I got to come on his show the other day, man. So we appreciate you reciprocating, man. Just love, man. We had the same goal, man. We want our hogs to do good, man. And I'm always gonna rock with you, baby. So
I appreciate you. I try to hop in here and watch you guys when I can. Sometimes y'all do these late shows, and I'm like, damn, I gotta wake up at like 6 o'clock.
I'm glad you stayed up tonight, man. It's been a blessing to be able to chat with you, brother. Hey, man, and everybody else, man. Hey, y'all know what we do, man. We appreciate all of y'all. And at that, man, I said what I said, baby. And we out.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's the 501, baby. You know how we get down on the Woo Pig podcast. Shout out OD, shout out G Holmes. It's the bad. Big sexy.